Okay, I'm back. Now I'm going to showcase how to do the box of Wifinetic on the Hackthebox. And I have already launched this box earlier, and this is the IP address of the target. And I'd like to use the POM box provided by the Hackthebox to do this penetration, which is online Pilot OS. So now I can switch over to the terminal of the Pilot OS or the POM box. So as you can see, I've already done the Nmap scanning with options like scene scan, the virtual scan, and the default script scan, and also the comprehensive scan. So these are the results for the scanning. There are several open ports. The first one is 21, which is running FTP service, and also the actual version information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerabilities. And the next one is 22, which is running SSH service and also the actual version information. Of course, as we know, this version itself doesn't have any vulnerability. And the next one is 53. It looks like this is TCP wrapped, but anyway, this doesn't make any value for us in this case or in this box. So what we are going to do next is to do enumeration for the FTP service. Let's put the IP address of the target. The name, username is anonymous. Anonymous. And now we can list the content of this directory. We can get down these files, but I think what we are interested in is the txt file. And then we can get down the backup. You know, the backup always contains some sensitive information. Paste. Of course, if you wish, you can download all other PDF documents, but I will not do that. We can list the content of downloaded files, and then we can cat the migrate text file, but nothing important at all. And we need to XVF enter the backup file. Okay, here it is. Now we can navigate into the etc directory. Here we got the first password file. So I think now we can know the username should be netadmin. Now what can we do? We need to do more enumeration, to look for some like misconfigurations, or even sometimes can find out some credentials information. Now we can go to the config directory. And here we got the wireless, because after all the box name is Wi-Fi. So we can cat the content of this file. Here we got the password. So maybe the password will be reused by the netadmin local account or local user. So we can try that netadmin. And the target IP address. I cannot remember. The last one is 99. Let's put the password. Hit enter. Now, as you can see, we have already successfully logged in to the box or the target via SSH. With the user let admin, we can do the local enumeration, but nothing, or this user doesn't have any other group. And what we can do, we can check the sudo. We can paste the password again. But this user may not run sudo on this host. So what can we do? Maybe we can upload the Limpier's shell script. Yeah, we got the user flag, but I'm not interested in retrieving the flag information. I just want to show you how to reach or get the root shell. Anyway, we got the user flag. And of course, we also can, you can use the find command to find not lim. Should be permission. To see whether we can find or locate some commands with which has SUID bit. I think my command is not correct. Yeah, my speed of the Palette OS is not so good. After all, this is online machine. So we cannot find such commands which has SUID bit. So we can navigate to the temp directory. Next thing we need to do is to upload the Limpier's shell script. We can open up another tab. As I know the palette, maybe I can. Yeah, I have already prepared the Limpier's shell script. As you can see, yeah, inside or under this working directory, there is Limpier's shell script, and then we can use the Python. Yeah, I've already set up the Python. I already set up the web server by running Python HTTP server module. So what I can do, I think we can go back to our target's shell. We can use the wget. Wget. The IP address of the attack box should be this one. I just copy because I don't want to type in. I don't want to make a mistake. Limpier's. I think the keyboard cannot follow my speed. Yeah, download it or upload it from the viewpoint of the Palette OS. Then we need to make it executable. Limpier's. The linear shell script is very powerful tool during the stage of the local privilege escalation. This shell script will go through all possible vulnerabilities. The local privilege escalation vulnerability, and also some misconfigurations or some credentials. So we just wait for this shell script to be finished and to see whether we can find such useful information. I think we already know that the target has some wireless interface. So we not finished yet. We just give more time. You can see the linear shell script even can give us the routing table on the target. But I think such information doesn't have very much or have great value. Anyway, capabilities. I think I have already noticed that the target has some sensitive command or suspicious command which has capabilities. To utilize capability to elevate privilege is one of popular technique. It's done, and let's scrub up. It's almost there. Here. As you can see, of course, such one like a ping, like a MTR packet is very default one or standard. But could you notice this command or two, river? To be honest, I'm not familiar with this tool. I think this is for the wireless attack. And in this wireless attack field, I'd like to use air crack. But anyway, in this box, we need to utilize this tool or river because this one has capability. And I have already opened up this website, and this will give us the instruction how to use the river. And we need to know the monitor interface, and also the channel information and the BSSID information. So what can we do? So how to get the information like interface? We can use the IWconfig. As you can see, I think the WLAN one is managed, and I think this is some sort of the Wi-Fi client to connect to some AP, and also the WLAN 0. And I think this one, the mode is master, so maybe this one serve us or act as AP. Anyway, and but we do not need to know that. Maybe we just need to get information from this interface, and also the WLAN 2. I think it's off or not associated. And this is the monitor interface. So what can we do? We also can we can use the IW DV to give the physical information. For example, the WLAN 1, as you can see, yeah, this one, yeah, WLAN 1, and I think this is the address, right? So what's about WLAN 2? Let's scroll up. Yeah, this one is managed. Yeah, we do not need to care about this one. So maybe we just need to use the river to capture or attack WPS ping attack, perform WPS ping attack. So we can use the river I and the BSID. I think should be this one, right? Not this one. Yeah, this one. Paste in here, and the channel is 1. Let's hit enter. At the same time, we can scroll up to make sure we have already configured properly. Yeah, WLAN 0 is master. I think this should be. Yeah, I think we need to use this. BSID, right? I need to configure. Not this one. River. This should be BSID, not the MAC address of the interface, right? Let's hit enter. Yeah, we got the PSK and also the ping. So maybe the PSK is reused by some other users. I mean the local users. Here we can of course you can try this PSK for all other users. But I will pass this part directly to switch to root user. Oh, not sudo, sorry. And then we can paste the password here. Yeah, as you can see from the banner, we have already switched our shell to the root user. In other words, we successfully elevated our privilege to the root. And then we can navigate into the root directory. List the content. And I think we can get the root flag here. Okay, so that's all I'd like to go through for this box on the Hackthebox, which is the Wifinetic. So I hope to see you in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. Sorry about that again. And see you then.